Oh, nice.
Hey!
Oh, the sliders are on
Let's
tonight.
go. It's like, screw it, I have a 5-star weak foot. Mm.
Eat my bean.
Go all the way, keep
Oh, that's so
going.
dirty.
Oh my gosh. That works.
Yeah.
Play iron. Wait, let me
Right.
run into there? Yep.
Yep.
Mmm.
Ooh, the power.
Beautiful.
Thanks, bro. What are you doing?
I got you. Actually, I don't think it'll work. Wait, oh my gosh. Oh, he was just on that
Wait.
side. Oh yeah.
I feel like you literally won 100% of this.
Yeah, it's good. Loki gets up. Wow, the Russian. What a slap. This keeper is balling out right now. That was beautiful.
Dirty. Whoa, that should be a red. That lit up.
Oh yeah, I got the chip off.
Fuck.
Get back. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, it's perfect. Oh my gosh. Shoot it. Oh, what a save!
Beautiful. Got it. I'll go like that. I'm gonna go like that, and I'm gonna go bop.
Ooh! Yo, header! What a cross. What's going on, everyone? This is Lesky. Today we're going to be going over this Harry Kane striker build that I created. A lot of y'all requested him in my comments, so I'm getting to it now. And it's going to be a little bit different compared to all my other striker builds that I have on my channel, because I decided to actually upgrade the passing quite a bit, because his passing stats on Ultimate Team this year got a big upgrade. He's always been very underrated when it comes to passing ability. So I wanted to make this striker build a little bit different than my other ones, and I went for quite a bit of passing upgrades, which you'll see very shortly. So let's get started. I decided to go 6'2", 174 pounds for the height and weight. He's listed at 6'2", so that's perfect. And then it says he's 89 kilograms, which I believe is around like 195 pounds, almost 200 pounds. I decided to not go that high because if you go any higher, you start to get more of a stockier body type, which doesn't really match Kane's body type. I feel like 174 is the best for him, and he is right-footed. So let's take a look at the perks now. Physical strength is the first perk, and this is my favorite perk on the game. It's well-rounded, good for all positions, and especially a bigger striker build like this one. It'll boost the strength, ball control, and jumping when jostling, shielding, or heading the ball. And Kane has pretty good strength and decent jumping, so it matches that quite nicely. For the second perk, I have active first touch, and this is nice because it'll boost your acceleration and sprint speed when running onto a through ball and behind, or when you get a ball played to your feet and you try and dribble and sprint out of that, it'll also kick in there. It'll grant you the flare trait, so you can do like fancy one-time touches, passes, shots. It'll only work on like your first touch or your second touch. After you take multiple touches and dribbles, it will not work, so keep that in mind. And then it'll also increase your ball control. Threaded pass as the last perk on this build. As I mentioned, this striker build is a bit different from all my other striker builds I have on my channel because I went for passing upgrades, and I also wanted to go for a passing perk, and I feel like the best one would be threaded pass. Increases your vision, and he has a lot of vision on his cards, and vision will increase through pass and lofted through pass accuracy. It grants the player the swerve and flare traits, and it'll also give you the 5-star weak foot. The 5-star weak foot is a bit of a waste because Kane has a 5-star weak foot and we have a 5-star weak foot on this build, but it doesn't matter too much because it's only for through balls. And I was using this build in a 2-striker formation, and my teammate that was the other striker had a very pacey striker build, so I could get the ball played in my feet, turn, and hit a through ball over the top. The threaded pass perk helped a lot, especially with all the passing upgrades that we have on the passing page. So these are the perks that I went for. If you don't want to go for threaded pass, you could go for like precision, pinpoint cross, possibly assist streak if you want another passing perk. Or if you don't want a passing perk, you go from like maybe tireless runner, distance shooter, one-time shot, which both of these will give you 5-star weak foot upgrade, which is kind of a waste, kind of like what I was saying. Skill dribbler, I don't know, it's really up to you. I just feel like threaded pass felt quite nice on this striker build. So let's take a look at the skill tree. Starting with the physical page, I went all the way down to this reactions right here. We got some strength and stamina upgrades. So if we go to this strength right here, we get +6 strength to bump it up to 77. And he has 85 strength on his base gold card. We can't get it that high, but we do have the physical strength perk, upgrading the jumping and strength more than what you see here. So it's probably around that mark, to be honest. And then we got this +5 reactions to get 90 reactions. That's pretty good. He has 92 reactions on his base gold card. If we wanted to bump it up even more, we would have to get this one right here, which I decided not to go for. And then on the right side, I got this stamina. The stamina is not great. It's only 75. But if you want to upgrade it a lot, you basically have to get the acrobat archetype, which we can't really do. Unfortunately, they start you out with very low stamina on almost every single build this year. Unless you're like a center mid, you start out with like 80 or something like that, which still like isn't amazing. And then right here, this +4 reactions is what also gets us to 90. And that's the physical page. Not too bad. 77 jumping. He has 79. And then, as I said, he has 85 strength on his base gold card compared to our 77. But the physical strength perk will upgrade both of those attributes more than what you see here. Let's take a look at dribbling. I only have a few skill points here, and I just got this +2 agility and +3 dribbling to get it to 86. If you want, you could go for this balance, ball control, and agility if you think that's a better option. But I just wanted to upgrade that dribbling a bit. And he has 83 dribbling and 85 ball control on his base gold card. So we have 84 ball control, 86 dribbling. But remember that the physical strength perk and the active first touch perk both upgrade the ball control. So it's actually higher than what you see. So that's really not a problem at all. And like Kane, this build does not have good agility and balance. He has 71 agility and 70 balance on his base gold card. So we have better agility in the exact same balance. I could have went for the Lynx archetype, but I wanted to go for the passing upgrade, so I didn't have enough skill points to go for it. If you want to take off the passing upgrades and get the Lynx archetype to increase the dribbling, you can do that. But again, that's not what I was focusing on for this build. So let's take a look at passing. I have a total of 21 skill points on this passing page, and all I did was went down to the architect archetype and then got this +4 long pass for 2 skill points to bump it up to 70, which is the highest we can get for a striker build, which really isn't too bad. You probably won't be making a ton of long passes as a striker. 80 vision. He has 87 vision on his base gold card, but remember, that's why I went for the threaded pass perk, because it'll increase the vision, and we probably have more vision. We probably have almost like 90 vision on this build. So through balls are actually extremely deadly with this build, and a lot of people won't expect it. You're a bigger striker up top, they probably think your passing is garbage, and you can really make some killer passes and get a lot of assists. 72 crossing. I decided not to go for any crossing upgrades. He has 80, but as a striker, you might not be crossing it a whole lot, so that's not too big of a deal. He's got 86 long pass. We have 70, but I already talked about that. He's got 85 short pass. We have one more short pass, which is quite nice. And then he has 83 curve, and I didn't go for any curve upgrades. But again, the passing ability is very good, especially with that threaded pass perk on this build. You can get a lot of assists, so give it a try. And if you don't want to go for the passing upgrades, or you decide you don't like it, you can take some of these skill points off, and I think you need 13 skill points to get the Lynx archetype, and you can get that agility and balance upgrade. Or you can take more than just 13 skill points off and use like all those skill points on the dribbling page, upgrade the ball control and dribbling more, agility and balance more, or maybe like add it to physical or pace if you don't want the passing upgrades. But I do think this fits a Kane build, going for these passing upgrades and getting this architect archetype. You should definitely give it a try. It's unique, and I bet a lot of you guys haven't tried a striker build with this good of passing. So let's take a look at shooting. So I definitely have the most skill points allocated to the shooting page on this build, and we had to go for that 5-star weak foot, which cost quite a bit of skill points. On this left side, go all the way down to this weak foot, and it's 11 skill points. But you get free kick accuracy upgrades and a little bit of shot power, +3 shot power, which isn't too bad. And then right next to it, we're going to get this other shot power to bump it up to 89. And we also get some penalty upgrades with it. Then on the right side, we're going to get the other weak foot, get this long shot and shot power next to it, and then go down to the finisher archetype, and we'll get a lot of upgrades. And then lastly, we'll get these two things, finishing and then this finishing and volleys. And that'll complete the shooting page. We have 94 finishing. He has exactly 94 finishing on his card this year. And then he has 91 shot power and 86 long shots. We have 89 shot power, which is the max shot power you can get for a 6'2", 174-pound striker, which is very good for pro clubs. And then we have 93 long shots, more long shots than he has. And then 87 volleys. He has 88, so only one less volleys, which also isn't too bad at all. So the shooting attributes are very accurate to what he has on his base gold card this year. So when you are using this build, just take a lot of shots. You have the 5-star weak foot. Does not matter what foot you shoot with. Outside the box, inside the box, just go for it. As you can see, the shooting stats are very good, and that shot power is quite nice. So let's go to the last page, which is pace. If you compare this to his gold card, this build has a lot better pace. We have 88 acceleration and 88 sprint speed. But I looked at his 93 rated flashback card that he got, which has 88 pace. But he has a big gap when it comes to acceleration and sprint speed. He has 82 acceleration and 93 sprint speed. I decided not to do that on this build. If you want, you could take this acceleration off and go for this sprint speed and have 85, 90 to kind of match that split a little bit. But this only upgrades +2 sprint speed, while this gives you +3 acceleration for the same amount of skill points. So I feel like it's just better to do that. And it's just better to have a balance in acceleration and sprint speed compared to having less acceleration and more sprint speed. So the pace on this Kane build really isn't too bad at all. You have the active first touch perk on this build, which will boost the acceleration and sprint speed in certain situations. You have a good amount of strength, so if someone comes up next to you with that physical strength perk, you should be able to body them off, so you don't have to worry about getting bumped off the ball when you're running with this build. And that's going to wrap it up for this Harry Kane striker build that actually has very good passing ability and shooting ability, as well as decent physicals. The only thing that kind of lacks on this build is the dribbling. So when you're using this build, try not to dribble too much or do a lot of skills. Try and link up the play, do a lot of passing, and when you get the chance to shoot, do it, because the finishing on this build is deadly. So that's going to wrap it up. Let me know in the comments if you give this build a try, how you liked it. Hit that like button on this video for me, and hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.